You wake up, grab your phone, scroll for 10 minutes, and by the time you even think about being productive, your brain's already fried. What you just did killed your chance at entering flow, the mental state where productivity feels effortless. But what if I told you there's a way to enter that state within 90 seconds of waking up, and that this one habit could rewire your brain to focus deeper, think faster, and finally do the work you've been putting off? Now, some of you will be, what is flow? Flow isn't some mystical grind mode. It's a neurochemical state where you become so immersed in what you're doing, time slows down, distractions disappear, and you actually want to keep going. Stephen Kotler, a leading flow researcher, describes it as an optimal state of consciousness where we feel and perform at our best. But the truth is, modern life is designed to block flow. Chapter 1. The blockers. Every time you check your phone in the morning, you hit yourself with a dopamine spike. You're training your brain to chase novelty, not focus. Your mind gets hijacked before it even has a chance to engage. That's why the first 90 seconds after you wake up are critical. They set the tone for your neurochemical environment. If you can stay device-free and move into intentional action during that window, you'll trigger a chain reaction that makes flow 10 times more likely to occur. So, using the phone first in the morning is a huge flow blocker. Chapter 2. The flow cycle. According to Kotler, flow follows a 4-phase cycle. The first phase is struggle. Have you ever felt bored just when you start to do something productive? You face resistance. Your brain wants to bail. This is where most people quit. The second phase is release. After going through all those struggles, you relax into the task. Slowly, the dopamine starts to rise. Thirdly, the flow. You're fully in. Laser focused. Deep joy, no distractions. Your peak productivity. Lastly, recovery. Your brain cools down. It needs rest. Sleep, nature, boredom. That's how you reset. Most people bounce around phase 1 for their entire lives while never breaking through. Chapter 3. The flow. Proneness. So how do you train yourself to enter flow more often? It starts with a concept called flow proneness, your natural tendency to enter that state. And it turns out your flow proneness is highest right after waking up. That's when the brain is most neuroplastic and least distracted by external chaos. Start your most meaningful task within 90 seconds of waking up, even if it's just 10 minutes of focused work. Reading, writing, planning, you're stretching your attention span, and that's the muscle flow depends on. Chapter 4. Flow triggers. So, how do you make flow happen more often on demand? There are scientifically validated triggers that increase your chance of entering it. These are not hacks, they're biological switches. The first, clear goals. Your brain is a prediction machine. It wants to know what it's aiming for. If your goal is vague, like be productive, your brain hesitates. But if your goal is sharp, like write 200 words or edit one scene, your mind commits. Sharp goal equals sharp focus. The second trigger is immediate feedback. Your brain needs real-time input to adjust and adapt. Whether you're writing code, painting, or even skateboarding, feedback guides your flow. That's why creative work with visible progress tends to pull us in deeper. And the third, challenge skill balance. If the task is too easy, you're bored. Too hard, and you panic. But when the challenge is just about 4% above your current skill level, it's like your brain lights up. You're alert, responsive, and fully alive. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, the psychologist who coined the term flow, studied this across athletes, musicians, and surgeons. They all entered flow when their task was slightly outside their comfort zone, but not overwhelming. Your job? Push yourself just enough to stretch, but not snap. Since you watched this video this far, here's a bonus section. Here's how to make flow easier to access and in every day. Turn off notifications. Every ding is a dopamine derailment. Batch your distractions. Set specific scroll time instead of random breaks. Use a flow ritual. It could be a song, a space, or even a scent, something that cues your brain. Time block your hardest task during your most alert hours, usually the first 2 to 3 hours after waking. Track your flow days. Build awareness of what gets you in versus what blocks you. Flow is a skill, not a feeling. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. So now you know how flow works. Let's actually implement it. Now take out a paper and pen. Write what I'm about to tell you and stick it in your room. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't open Instagram. Don't check your inbox. Just sit, breathe, and start. Do anything intentional. Write, Move, read, plan for just 90 seconds. It won't feel magical right away, but do it consistently and you'll notice something strange. Your brain starts to crave that clarity, that momentum, that flow. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to work with your brain, not against it. And once you taste real flow, you'll stop chasing motivation. You'll start chasing mastery. Subscribe if this helped you, and more importantly, protect your focus.